You're listening to the Agony Column News Report featuring interviews, phone interviews, reports from live book events and festivals, and conversations with readers. You can find additional news, interviews, book reviews, and more 5 days a week at the Agony Column website at trashotron.com/agony. James P. Blaylock is one of the pioneers of the steampunk genre. His work, including The Digging Leviathan, Homunculus, and Lord Kelvin's Machine, The Adventures of London St. Ives, The Ebb Tide, and The Affair of the Chalk Cliffs, are among these works. He's written fantasies, which include The Elfin Ship, The Disappearing Dwarf, and The Stone Giant. He's written contemporary adult ghost stories and fantasies, including Night Relics, Winter Tides, The Rainy Season, The Last Coin, The Paper Grail, and All the Bells on Earth. His new steampunk adventure from Subterranean Press is Zeuglodon. Thank you for joining me, James.
I'm happy to join you.
James, I'd like you to take us back to the 1980s when you decided it would be a good idea to roll back the clock even farther on your fantasy and fantastic fiction, and explain to us how you first came up with these wild characters in the Narbondo series.
Well, actually, I think the first couple of those were short stories published by Asimov's magazine in the late 70s, basically. In fact, the first steampunk story, although it didn't star my villain Narbondo, was published by Unearth magazine in 1978. And then there were some followed. They came about because I was a great fan at the time of Robert Louis Stevenson.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading as much Stevenson as I could get my hands on, and I particularly liked The New Arabian Nights and Jekyll and Hyde and the sort of detective mystery stuff that Stevenson wrote. And basically, I decided I wanted to write pieces that I might have written if I was 30 years old in 1875.
What an interesting idea. You know, I detected a lot of Robert Louis Stevenson in Zeuglodon. It had a very Treasure Island feel to me.
Yes. Yeah. I think, although it's, God help me, 35 years or 40 years since I was writing those early stories, Stevenson's still, one of my favorites. Also, I think Treasure Island and Kidnapped and a couple of other Stevenson novels are among some of the best young adult fiction ever written,
Talk about creating the
Sample complete. Ready to continue?